When a woman goes missing, her family panics. Her friends start calling. Police open an investigation. But no one, absolutely no one, expects to find her in the one place no human being should ever end up, wedged inside a chimney, gasping for breath, dying in silence. This is the shocking and haunting story of Dr. Jacquelyn Kotarac, known lovingly as Jackie, a respected physician from Bakersfield, California, with a brilliant mind and a tragic end. She wasn't just smart, she was a certified genius. Her IQ? 170. She had spent decades earning her patients' trust, saving lives, and building a reputation as one of the best in her field. Colleagues admired her. Friends adored her. And the community voted her favorite doctor in a local magazine. She had everything: brains, beauty, a successful career, and the respect of an entire city. But none of that would save her. Just before her 50th birthday, a celebration was in the works. A European getaway, planned with a man she'd been entangled with for years. William "Bill" Moody. He was an engineering consultant, 58 years old, and their relationship had been complicated, to say the least. They'd been on and off, again and again, for nearly a decade. And just like the many times before, they had hit another rough patch. Only this time, something felt different. Bill had decided it was over. Officially. No calls, no conversations, no explanations. The Europe trip gone. The birthday celebration canceled. For Jackie, the rejection hit hard. After a long day at work, drained and emotionally wrecked, she had a few drinks. Just enough to feel brave. Or desperate. Or both. Then she made a decision. She was going to see him. One last time. Bill was already in bed that night when the doorbell started ringing. Then came the knocking. Then came the texts, one after another. His phone lit up like a Christmas tree. He didn't need to check. He knew it was her. But he didn't want a confrontation. Not tonight. Not when emotions were this high. So he stayed in bed. Ignored it. But Jackie wasn't giving up. She started banging on the front door. Then the back. She yelled his name. She pleaded with him. Then, in a moment of frustration, she grabbed a shovel from the yard. Not to hurt anyone. Just to make noise. To be heard. Still, he didn't open the door. After what felt like 10 minutes of chaos silence, he peeked outside. She was gone. Or so he thought. Then, another bang. This time from the back of the house. More yelling. More pleading. But Bill had made up his mind. This chapter was closed. He grabbed his keys and drove away, leaving her there. Alone. Angry. Heartbroken. But no one could have imagined what Jackie would do next. She walked around the house, thinking, planning. Then she spotted it. The chimney. To anyone else, the idea would be absurd. But to Jackie, in that emotional state, it was a way in. A way to prove a point. A way to confront the man who had shut her out, literally and emotionally. She dropped her purse on the lawn, set her phone down, climbed a ladder, removed the chimney cap, and peered into the dark, narrow shaft. There was no way to know just how tight the space was. No way to measure how far down it went. No way to predict what would happen next. But she took a deep breath. Gravity did the rest. She didn't make it to the fireplace. Instead, she got stuck. Tight. Shoulders jammed. Ribcage compressed. Her arms pinned. She couldn't move. Couldn't scream loud enough. Couldn't breathe properly. The brick walls pressed against her body like a vice. She was trapped. And no one knew she was there. Neighbors later said they heard something. A faint voice. Like a whisper. Someone calling out. But they didn't investigate. Maybe they thought it was the wind. Maybe they were afraid. Maybe they just didn't want to get involved. And Bill? He wasn't home. And let go. She called out until her voice cracked. Until her lungs couldn't expand. Until her body began to shut down. The hours dragged on. Then the morning came. And Jackie was still missing. Her assistant, Caesar, grew concerned. She wasn't answering her phone. She missed an appointment. That wasn't like her. Not at all. He called Bill. Bill explained the situation. That she had come over. That he had left. that maybe she was still upset. They decided to check the house together. Her car was still parked outside. Her purse still there. Her phone untouched. Inside, nothing seemed unusual. No sign of Jackie. Bill assumed she had left. Maybe went to cool off. Others were less certain. Soon, a missing persons report was filed. Still no answers. And Bill? He packed his bags. He was leaving for that Europe trip, the one they were supposed to take together. He boarded the plane and never looked back. But the truth was waiting. And it would reveal itself in the most horrifying way imaginable. On Saturday, 2 days later, Bill's house sitter arrived. She noticed something strange. A smell. Faint at first. Then stronger. It was coming from the fireplace. She grabbed a flashlight, got down on her knees, and looked up. And froze. 2 feet. Human. Motionless. The truth hit like a punch to the gut. Jackie had been there the entire time, stuck in the chimney. Firefighters were called immediately. It took 5 hours to dismantle the bricks and carefully remove her lifeless body. The cause of death was mechanical asphyxiation. In simple terms, her own body weight had crushed her lungs. She couldn't breathe, couldn't move, and couldn't be saved. Her death was officially ruled an accident. But behind that word, accident, is a storm of heartbreak, miscommunication, desperation, and mental anguish. Jackie wasn't crazy. She wasn't dangerous. She wasn't unhinged. She was a woman who wanted answers, who wanted to be heard, who wanted love, even if just one last conversation. She was a physician, a healer, a genius. But even a genius can be brought to their knees by heartbreak. Even a brilliant mind can make a fatal decision in a moment of emotional chaos. Her friends and family were shattered. The community mourned. Her patients lit candles, left flowers, and shared stories of how she had saved their lives. And yet, her own life ended alone in silence inside the walls of a chimney. We often think intelligence protects us, that smart people don't make irrational choices. But intelligence doesn't stop grief. It doesn't silence a broken heart. And sometimes, the smartest people suffer the most in silence. This isn't just a bizarre story. It's a tragedy. One that reminds us how thin the line is between reason and emotion. Between a cry for help and a final, fatal fall. Dr. Jacquelyn Kotarac was a woman of compassion, intellect, and resilience. But in the end, she didn't need a diagnosis. She needed understanding. She needed someone to open the door. So the next time someone knocks, even in the middle of the night, ask yourself, what if this is their last cry for help? What if they just want to be heard? And what if you're their only chance? If you found this story as haunting and unforgettable as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the hidden truths behind the world's most mysterious and tragic stories. We dive deep into the shadows, where others won't go. Stay curious. Stay vigilant.